Tsunami Studios.
StarGirl, episode 5. This one is all about Dr. Mid-Nite and Hourman. And it was really good. I really think this show is doing something unique with the way it's presenting these characters, because it's really working for some reason, and I love the reference it's giving to these JSA members. I think that's really cool. This episode opens up and we see the death of Rex Tyler, which is pretty interesting. Lou Ferrigno Jr. is playing Rex Tyler? I wasn't aware of this. I thought he was playing Wildcat. But I guess that makes sense because Wildcat's dead and we didn't see him die. So Rex Tyler did not die at the JSA headquarters with the rest of the team, which is very interesting. And something I just thought about. Did Pat Dugan clean up all the JSA bodies by himself, or did he have help? Interesting. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. And we see that Rex has a son named Rick, and he has to live with his uncle now, and his uncle's a piece of shit because Rex is killed in a car accident with his mother, and it is shitty, and you see why this kid hates being alive and hates his life, and I think that's very important to who this character is going to be going forward. Look, I'm seen the actor before. I couldn't put a face to a name. I think it's Cameron Gelman, if I'm not mistaken, but this guy, this entire episode, he gave off some serious Timothée Chalamet vibes. Like, honest to God, he was doing some Chalamet Pattinson acting, and I absolutely loved it. I think this is going to launch his career up if this does well. I think it's going to be really great to see where this kid goes, because he was doing great. Just the emotions he had bottled up, the way he was feeling in every single scene. How he kind of wants to help Pat fix his car, but he's like, if I get involved, then it's just another thing I have to worry about, and I have too much anger inside me, and it's making me drive people away, and I'm unhappy, and I'm miserable, and everything sucks, and I'll never be who I want to be or who I should be. Nothing works for me. I absolutely liked seeing that. I thought it was a really cool element of this, and it was really fun. What a great actor. I mean, the kid he's fresh off a scene doing something, but he did so good. And they're giving reverence to Hourman, which I love to see. I mean, it's great. And Courtney, this whole episode is pretty much she's trying like, I'm going to get him. Don't worry, Yolanda. I'm going to get Rick here to be a part of our little team. And we're going to do something cool with that. And it was really interesting to see. I love the way that Courtney and Yolanda just kind of show up to him while he's feeling angsty in their costume. Just like, bruh, you got to trust us, okay? You got to trust us. And it's really cool to see. Again, I'm liking this show a lot. It's so good. For some reason, the Gambler's cool. Do you guys remember the Gambler? I have very vague recollection of this guy. Same with the Fiddler. What is going on? The Fiddler is a villain, and so's the Gambler. And we're just like, okay, that makes sense. They're cool. Violin, eating candy, and all that shit. Weird. So weird. And I always find it weird when these kind of shows take us to a movie theater where they're playing old movies. I live in a small town. I am not going to the movie theater and there's an old movie playing. There isn't. That never happens. I don't get why it does that. Maybe that's an American thing. I don't know. I always find that super weird, and it's just awkward. So on the other side of the stuff with the Rick Tyler character, we get Dr. Mid-Nite, and Beth is so weird, and she just straight up stalks Courtney and Yolanda like, okay, you guys are heroes? Okay, I'm going to go to Courtney's house, talk to her mother, then I'm going to go snoop through her stuff. Well, she doesn't really snoop through. The dog is eating the Dr. Mid-Nite goggles, so she just kind of goes there, and she just looks in the room, puts on the goggles, and okay, here's where we have to take a little break, and I need to ask you guys a question. Has there always been an AI in those goggles? Or are we so unable to have her be a non-AI character that she just needs someone to talk to? I don't know. Look, Charlie McNider, his artificial intelligence is in the goggles, and it's able to show her a bunch of shit, which I'm like, I get why you're doing it. We live in the Homecoming Spider-Man, Iron Man era, but if we're saying that the JSA is from so long ago, why do we have special goggles? I don't know. Whatever, I can live with it. It's not gonna bother me. She projects a big hologram of the crash with Rick Tyler's parents, and it's like, okay, that's what it is. But you can tell even everybody doesn't like this girl. And I feel like we're gonna get a good scene from her eventually where she's like, I just try to be nice and make friends and everyone finds me annoying. It's like, yeah, that's real life. That's real life. You act like that, no one's gonna want to spend that much time with you. You gotta learn to stop talking sometimes. Even your parents are getting sick of you because they're growing up. So I kind of like that she's going to have the AI, someone to talk to. That could be really cool. But again, I don't know why that was so weird to me. Has like Charlie McNider always had those goggles that had like the stuff? I know they just helped him see. I wasn't aware that they had all that AI too. I don't know. Is what it is. Not a big complaint, just something I noticed watching this. I think looking at this season, this was a really fun episode, but it didn't give me any of the moments that like the previous episodes gave me. It never gave me like an, oh my god, this is a great comic book moment, this is a great episode moment. This was just very much, we got to get the plot along, so we need this episode in here to tie up some loose ends. Now that we got Rick on board, we got Beth who's kind of on board. Well, she's on board, they don't want her on board. We're going to kind of have our team going now, so we got to see how that works and how that's going to go. Another Solomon Grundy cameo. That was always fun to see. Again, I'm loving Pat. Pat is just killing in this show. I love everything he does. His character's so fun and great. You can tell he realizes right away that Rex Tyler is the father of this kid. He just figures, oh, my dad had that car. My friend had that car. And he goes to see the location. You could tell right away. I think it's great stuff. And it's very interesting and very interesting. Very interesting, like I said 3 times there. This was a fun episode. Again, it's not the best of the season, but it doesn't have to be and it doesn't need to be. It's a very solid episode and it's fun. You're going to enjoy yourself watching it. I cannot wait for the next episode where we get everyone in costumes. That's going to be really cool to see. I can't wait to see that Hourman costume fully working out and just looking great. That's going to be really cool. But as far as a filler episode goes, giving us some great moments, like the guy playing Rick is insanely good, and I loved every second he was on screen. He is fantastic. I loved it to death, so it was really fun. And seeing Amy Smart as a little sexy rabbit or cat, I can't remember, that was kind of cute, so that was fun. That's all I got to say on this episode. Check it out. It was really worth your time. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out StarGirl. Please check out StarGirl.